Hi, friends. This is Stacy Hawkins Adams. I hope you are having a great day. I'm coming to you for a few minutes for another installment in my Life Untapped Storytelling series. Thought I'd just pop in for a few moments to share a few thoughts about what you can do this summer as a writer and as a reader to advance whatever type of writing project you're interested in. So I've been talking to all types of writers during this Life Untapped Storytelling series. Been talking to aspiring authors who want to write fiction, to nonfiction writers who are interested in blogging, maybe essay writing, or maybe writing a nonfiction book or maybe a memoir, as well as to writers who are simply interested in journaling and to growing personally and getting to know yourself a little bit better through journaling. And I wanted to continue the series today, just thinking about everything that's going on in our world, in our nation in particular. This has been a pretty difficult season, I would say, in our nation. A lot of interesting issues and sad issues are taking place in our country, and there's a lot of divisiveness. And if you watch the news can stress you out. Or if you're having conversations with people at work or in your community about the various things that are going on, and perhaps you are not thinking along the same lines about how things are going and how things are being handled, that can also lead to stress. So I thought it would be important to maybe have you all think about writing in terms of how you can use your writing in a way that aligns with your purpose. A lot of times when we watch the news or we're watching something that's happening outside of our control, or we think we can't control the situation, we kind of shut down, or we give into the stress, or we become angry, or we just feel hopeless or helpless. But Toni Morrison, one of the most famous writers we know, once said that during times that are most difficult, those are the times when writers need to speak up, stand up, and write the most. So my challenge to you today, wherever you are in life and whatever type of writer you are, or even if you don't consider yourself a writer and you're interested in journaling, my challenge to you today is to really take a few minutes and think about what your personal purpose is in life. What is your calling in life? What are the areas of life that you're meant to speak into? Are you an encourager? Are you a teacher? Are you a leader? In what areas do you have influence? In what areas do you consider yourself a purpose-filled person? If that's something that you don't know, I definitely consider that you begin journaling and begin to ask yourself those questions so you can begin to figure out what your lanes of purpose are. But if you are a person who has a sense of what your purpose is and what your gifts and talents are, now is the time to think about how you can use your writing to expand that or grow those areas of influence. So, for example, if you are a fiction writer, certainly you can write about social justice issues from all perspectives in the characters you create. I've been participating in a challenge on my Facebook page this week where I've been posting some of my favorite novels where I don't tell you why I like the book or even give you a summary of it. I just post the cover and allow readers to check it out for themselves and figure out if it's something that they might be interested in. And if you'll notice, most of the books that I've posted deal with social justice issues. I posted today a book by J. California Cooper, one of my favorite authors of all time, that deals with the issues of slavery. I posted yesterday Jodi Picoult's novel, Small Great Things, a fabulous New York Times bestseller that I recommend that everyone read because it deals with all kinds of issues, and she does a masterful job of helping readers understand each character's point of view. You may not agree with the various characters, you may not even like the characters, but she takes you into their mindset, which is a wonderful and powerful thing that a writer can do. But even if you're not a writer who writes fiction, perhaps as a nonfiction writer who is a blogger, or you write personal essays, or you write speeches, or you somehow speak through your writing to other people, maybe you have an email list that you email to daily. You can talk about how you're feeling during these challenging times. How is what's going on in the news impacting you personally? Think about a personal story or experience that you've had that has really touched you. For example, the issue with the teenager in Pittsburgh. My son turned 17 2 weeks ago, so I cannot watch the news and watch the coverage of this young man and not think about my 17-year-old driving. So those are the kinds of things. Think about how you're being personally impacted by the things you're seeing or reading in the news, and maybe journal or write about that in a way that has impacted you. I wrote about my son a year or so ago when he was 16, and there were some issues going on in a Huffington Post blog. So if you visit my website, stacyhawkinsadams.com, you'll find the link to my Huffington Post blog, and you'll be able to scroll through those and find the piece that I wrote about my son and how I felt emotionally impacted by what was going on in the news. But let's say you're a journaler and you say, well, I'm not a writer, I'm a teacher, or I'm a homemaker, or I am retired. I don't know how to journal about these things. So again, think about what your purpose in life is, because even if you're retired, you still have a purpose, a mission, and a message. You're still speaking into someone's life. So perhaps you sit down and you journal about how you're feeling about the various things that are going on. And then after you journal about it, then you say, what solutions can I help create for this situation? Do I need to begin to volunteer in my local school and impact children who are impacted in a negative way? Or do I go to a local community center? Do I help some seniors? What can I do to educate, inform, or just pour love onto other people? Because I think mainly we can be a vessel of love through whatever we do, whether it's through our writing or whatever other forms of purpose we have in life. So again, my message to you is brief today. It's certainly just to think about how you can express yourself and deal with however you're feeling about the current circumstances in our nation through your writing. Use your writing to empower yourself and perhaps others. And then also take the time to read some books. Read some things that will inform you in a different way. As I said on my Facebook page, I've been posting novels. So those are fictional characters that you can read about and find true to life issues that they're dealing with that can help you consider another perspective or maybe reinforce your own perspective and help you articulate that better. But you can also begin to look for nonfiction pieces in some of the major magazines or newspapers. Not so much the news stories, maybe more so the opinion pieces like the Atlantic or the New Yorker, maybe where they're taking a more featurey tone to it versus a news tone, and kind of read about those things. But again, just journal. Write out your own perspective. What is my purpose in life? How am I using my purpose to make my life around me better? My neighborhood, my community, my family, and then maybe even the world at large. What am I doing? How can I be a voice and a vessel for good? So that is my challenge to you this week. And again, I thank you for watching. I encourage you to please visit my Life Untapped blog to read more inspirational posts that I share and some messages from other writers. The website there is LifeUntapped.com. If you're interested in seeing my other videos in this Life Untapped Storytelling series, you can visit my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Stacy Inspires, and that's STACY Inspires. And also, I do have a writing mentorship group, a writing mastermind group that's an online group where if you are a writer wanting some encouragement, not so much the technical skills, but just the accountability partner, the motivation to keep going, the ideas and strategies for how you can either market your work better if you're already published, or get a better sense of how to refine your writing and or stay focused, please check out my Focused Writers group. And you can find that at authoringyou.com/focused writers. Again, authorinyu.com/focused writers. But again, thanks for watching, and please take some time to write your way whole and consider how you can do something to make the world a better place. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.